Hello and welcome.
We're back after a month and a half.
Yeah, and my brother actually texted me the other day and said, "Where's the podcast?" Because that is the only way I get my hockey news. Because he doesn't follow it as much, but he's trying. So thank you, JJ, you bald bastard.
Actually, almost 2 months. Last one was July 3rd.
But it's episode 26. Mr. Blake Wheeler, just a.
I'm sorry, July 19th. So
mean hockey machine that guy is.
Mr. Assists. Yeah, so, I mean, it's the summer. There's not too much going on, as, you know, the main reason why we haven't really put out anything.
But we have some new stuff coming.
Yeah.
New ideas, new games. Definitely something that will get people who actually do listen more involved and gives you guys a chance to
interact with us.
And also we're probably, gonna just you'll see. I don't want to give too much away.
It's a way to have more fun with what we've got. I mean, doing this once a week is cool, but getting able to interact with maybe some of you, via video games basically, is a lot of fun. I mean, we like playing games together on Xbox, so hopefully we'll bring that to you guys somehow.
If you want to catch a beat down,
Twitch.
just let us know.
Mostly from Josh, not from me. Not very good at NHL or any game really. But just a couple things. I mean, preseason starts end of next month.
I thought it was like first week of September.
Was it first?
First or second week of September?
Well, it's next month. And there's some guys that still haven't been signed yet. Third jerseys were finally brought back. And what teams got those, and what teams we wish got those. What else?
Sean Couturier
Injuries, yeah.
re-injured his MCL, I believe it is, and
That's no bueno.
that's not fun. But they say he should be good to go by the time the season starts. He's just going to miss camp in preseason, so I'm happy about that. Because,
It's not like he's going to lose a spot, though.
Yeah. But my point is he's crucial to the team. I mean, there's really hasn't been too many. Like usually, I feel like there's one or two big ones a year, and there's none this year really. I mean, besides Zetterberg, I mean, Detroit's not really doing a whole lot anyway, so.
Yeah, no. Actually, according to Cap Friendly, they're not doing so hot in the whole cap area.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're paying Henrik Zetterberg a fuck ton of money and he doesn't even play.
Was he got like $7?
That's like giving $1 million
cap hit?
to a handicapped person to dunk a basketball.
Well then.
I'm just saying. That's the comparison.
Yeah, but we'll just jump in on this. I was going to look up NHL injuries that have happened in this offseason, but that's just going to take too long for my computer to figure out. We'll start off with the restricted free agents that haven't been signed yet, which some of them kind of surprise me. Others, you just sit there and you're like, okay, whatever. At the top of the list, Jordan Schmaltz. Schmaltz. Yeah, I said that right the first time. The defenseman for St. Louis. Didn't play all too much last year. Had 13 games played. And, I think total time on ice, is this. And only had... Or that might be average.
Average time on ice. Yeah,
I wish they would have
10 minutes all year.
Fuck, if you play 13 games, that's not unbelievable.
That's less than a minute a game.
It's not unbelievable.
Yeah, big name for me though. Still on this list is William Nylander.
For me, it's Noah Hannafin. You just made that blockbuster deal, and you still haven't signed him.
Well, William Nylander is like a stud. I love Noah Hannafin. He's going to be great. But William Nylander is like, he's pretty much a staple of like kind of the building blocks for sure in Toronto.
Yeah.
Noah Hannafin, he's a guy you just traded for, but they're not going to be. I mean, I'd be upset, but it doesn't seem like Calgary's like chopping at the bit here.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean to play 79 games on Carolina, who is on its way up, and to have 32 points, and then go to a better system, in my opinion, in Calgary. You'd think that they'd be on the ball, getting him signed and getting it going. And, I don't think it's going to affect anything. I think they'll probably figure it out right before the season starts.
Another one is Miles Wood. not that much time on ice, but he produces. So just one guy to keep an eye out for. The Devils probably should re-sign him. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, it's solid young talent.
Yeah, and
You don't hear me say good things about the
Darnell
Devils
Nurse,
much.
Donovan McNabb's nephew. He's just the kid's huge, and he's good. So there's no point in really letting him go. I mean, look at the fucking plus minus on that guy on Edmonton, who was not a playoff team last year. He's good. He's a guy they need to make sure stays there.
Yeah,
he's not only that. He's one of those guys that can watch over McDavid that entire time.
Yeah, I mean, who else do they have? Tough guy wise. Okay, well they have Lucic. So there's that.
But he's not.
But Lucic always isn't out on the ice.
But not only that, he's an older guy. I'm talking for the future. You want somebody to grow with McDavid and play with McDavid that whole time.
23, shit.
I mean, him and Draisaitl, you don't want anybody taking a run at them. Darnell Nurse should run up there and pop him one. So that's why he needs to stay there.
Okay, well, we covered Nylander. Sam Reinhart still hasn't been, re-signed. He's a 50-point player.
Not only that, he was what, number 2 or number 3 draft pick in 2014?
I will tell you for sure in a second, but keep on keeping on with him. I mean, he's another guy. It's Buffalo's an, building team. He's 22 years old, and he was drafted
second overall in
overall.
Philly. I was there that year. I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3. Yeah, he's another one that it's just shocking that, like, how is he not signed? It just makes no sense to me. You literally got Eichel right now, just got a big deal, and it's just one of those things. Like, who do you want to build your team with? Same thing I'm talking about with, Toronto. Like, you've got young talent. Why not keep it together and build with it?
Now, and I don't think this is an issue because he's a completely different player from Eichel, and in probably the team's eyes, like the general manager and everybody, they're 2 different levels. Do you think he's like, all right, well, Jack just got this giant payday. I should be something somewhat similar?
I don't think he thinks like that at all. I think he realizes that he's not as great as a scorer as Jack Eichel, but he puts up points.
Goals.
Yeah, he puts up points, and he's a balanced player. His big thing coming into the draft and everything, too, was everybody talked that he's just excelled every level he was at. He's just dominant.
I mean, out of 3 seasons, I'm sorry, he has almost 200 points. He's at 199.
So what we're talking about here is
3.
You're looking at the wrong thing.
I'm not. This is his rookie season. I was wrong. He's played 4 seasons. First season only had a point. But then the next 3, 42 points, 47 points,
exactly.
50 points.
The dude's good.
And almost full seasons each year besides his first.
Yeah, so I like Reinhardt. Dude, he'd be one of those guys that if a team's sitting there, maybe come camp or something like that, and they see he's still not signed, somebody might give something for him.
But being Buffalo, do you want to let him go? I would say absolutely not.
But why not sign him? He's not going to just fucking play there for free.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I don't see the point. To me, it doesn't make sense. Like, he's got the talent. And unless, and he can't even go to arbitration. So it's like you take the contract or you walk, or traded, whatever. To me, it doesn't make sense as to why he's not re-signed. Obviously, they know he's their number 2, 3 forward, besides, well, actually, O'Reilly's gone. So now he's really their number 2, behind Eichel, probably, and almost put up both, back-to-back 50-point seasons. So, he's another guy on the same boat as Hanifin and probably Nylander. I don't see them, the Toronto moving Nylander either. That they'll be signed just into preseason or right before preseason. I don't know the whole ruling on when people have to be signed to play the season. And Shea Theodore is another guy.
Not too worried about that.
I mean, I think he's going to be a really good player. He's 23 years old. He played his first, real season. After being
he'll find work no matter what. That's what I'm saying. All these guys will.
Yeah.
It's just a matter if they stay with their respective team right now.
Yeah. So that's it for restricteds. The hell is this? Oh, those are the people that get signed. So unrestricted. There's still a couple people that you sit there and you ask why, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I kind of get it. They're older. Rick Nash still at the top of the list. He's coming off a $7.8 million contract, or 8.2. However, his last cap hit was 7.8. When you hear a player throw out the possibility of, retiring, it's not very, appealing to, players looking at them. Like, they don't want to sign him to a 1-year deal or a multi-year deal where they could potentially pay him a little bit less. Instead, it's going to be maybe a 1-year deal, and it's going to be a bigger, single-year payday probably. He would fit a lot of different places in a lot of different positions. He's a veteran. He can score if he's not hurt. He did play almost a full season and missed 11 games last year. 20 goals, can do better, obviously, and is a special teams guy. So he's got a lot of potential to be good, but it's also Rick Nash. He's been plagued with injuries, and he's 34.
He's done.
Yeah. I see. If you're thinking about retirement, just retire.
Listen, if you're a UFA and you're not signed by now, you're not wanted as much as you think you are.
Oh, yeah.
And the point is if a team needs you in camp, they might bring you along in camp. Come to camp, do the tryout thing, see if it works. Simple as that.
Well, yeah, and it's a lot of teams.
There's going to be a lot of these guys that
the longer they hold out, the cheaper you could possibly get somebody, because people will just, all right, cool, I'll just take that contract.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of these guys that do go to camp and
for PTOs and stuff like that.
Exactly, they're going to go, or they're going to get deals and just get cut right away. Anyway, like could sign a deal and just get cut. Personally, I don't think Rick Nash is going anywhere, and if he does, it's going to be to a team that loses somebody. Not just a fourth line guy, third line guy. I'm talking like a second line scorer, and they're going to look for Rick Nash to maybe plug in and get a few. That's probably it.
Yeah. Other than that, the bigger names, Alexei Yemlin.
Big hitter.
He's a traffic cone half the time. If he connects, he connects. But then other than that, trash. Kevin Bieksa kind of surprises me a little bit, but
he's done.
He's had a lot of injuries. He's also 37.
Great dude. Funny guy.
When you look at the unrestricted free agents, they're all mostly
I'm happy. I believe
30s.
Jason Garrison got a deal today with Edmonton. And I know Mark Letestu, I think, just signed.
For Florida.
I was doing my Twitter research. Letestu doesn't surprise me. He's a guy who's produced basically anywhere he's went. And Scotty Upshaw went to Edmonton. That was like, I think, a week or two ago.
Yeah, that was a little bit ago.
Yeah, he went there too. But my thing is that there's really nobody on this list that stands out as like, how the hell are they still a free agent kind of thing.
You're going to say Steve Mason shouldn't be a free agent anymore?
I would honestly, him and Lettinen, I would take Mason because he's younger, but Mason's not that great.
Glass.
Yeah. Hey, I think he's like 4th all time in Flyers wins apparently, which isn't a lot because he was only there for like 4 years. Yeah.
I can't sort this. And then I guess after that, real fast, just people who just got signed, and for a little bit, how long? Troy Brouwer picked up a deal for the Panthers, and I'm pretty sure there was something about him and the Flames, about the Flames still paying him or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably really, really wrong on that. For just a year, $850. Small change. Oh, the Rangers signed Dustin Tokarski.
Yes, Flyers, AHL affiliate goalie.
Yeah.
He was on the Phantoms last year, and he actually did really well. Had a couple shutouts, if I believe correctly, as well.
Yeah, just a small. They're gonna obviously throw. He'll battle against the bottom, 3 goalies or bottom 2 goalies that the Rangers have in rotation behind Lundqvist, because that Russian dude, who I'll never pronounce his name right, in the KHL. I think he's there for another year or two. Let's see who else. Brady Tkachuk signed an entry-level contract. Noah Dobson signed an entry-level contract. Both draft picks from this year. Dylan Larkin got a payday and a half. 5 years, $30.5 million. That's, good for Detroit. I don't understand why it took as long as it did for him to get signed. Probably, negotiations and stuff. But for a 22-year-old who was, proven in the 5-6 years that or 4 years that he's been in the league, he's definitely somebody you want to keep, and it will pay to have him at least for the next 5. He'll be 27 at the end of this deal, maybe 28 depending on when his birthday is, and yeah, that's not too bad. A $6.1 million contract. Who else? Oh, William Karlsson only got a 1-year deal.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Got to make sure that's not a
fluke
offense,
year.
a fluke year. I
Yeah.
think he's a good player, though. I just don't know if he's that good a player, unfortunately.
I feel like in Vegas, not only was last year a perfect storm, but I feel like with him alongside Marchessault and whoever else they have since Perron's. Perron was, I think, a second or third line guy, but still put up 60-ish points, whatever it was last year. I think he'll be able to, maybe not 43 goals. Those are almost outlier numbers sometimes, but I still think he'll be, a 30-goal scorer around there, almost consistently. As long as he stays healthy, I'm pretty sure he played almost the entire year last year. John Gibson got a big old deal, 8 years, $51.2 million.
Well-deserved deal, but he got to stay healthy.
Yep, I was just about to say that. That basically, yeah, absolutely deserved it. The guy's a stud as long as he's healthy. You could say he'll take the team as far as his body will take him. Let's see who else since we last recorded. Mark Stone got a deal. Him and that toxic girlfriend. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the other dude. I always get them messed up. Mark Stone signed again in Ottawa. I don't know why you would want to re-sign there. 1-year deal, $7.35 million. And Cody Ceci also got a 1-year deal for $4.3 million. Just kind of staple signs for them. 24, 26-year-old. For a 1-year deal for him, that was a payday for Mark Stone. Hey guys, just wanted to take a short little break just to remind you that we've got some social media stuff that you can follow. On Facebook, which it's there now. It's facebook.com/podcast Pigeons. Go on there, give a like on the page. We're starting to post a little bit more, updates on the podcast, direct links to however you get your podcast, whether that be iTunes, Spotify, even through our host, and occasionally YouTube if it posts up to there. We also have an Instagram, and that is at the Podcast Pigeons. No underscores, no spaces or anything along the lines of that. We'd like to post a couple things. There's only 6 pictures there now, but we're going to be posting more, maybe some skits, maybe, we got to redo one of the videos we tried to promote earlier and, get you guys interested in what we're putting out there. And then, of course, we have our Twitter, and that's at Podcast Pigeons. Give us a follow on there. Let us know where you came from if you like the podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes or like it or follow it on Spotify. It means the world to us that you want to keep listening and leave us a review too and let us know what you think about it, whether that's on iTunes or even through Twitter. So enough of me rambling on, and I'm going to let you get back to what we actually really have to say later. Spooner got another deal, 2-year, $4 million per year. A nice little bridge deal to see if he'll actually fit. I thought it was a little bit too much. I mean, he played well in Boston, but
Bobby, I have something to tell you. Ryan Spooner, I hate him because he's on the Rangers because I always kind of liked him on Boston.
yeah, it wasn't bad. He was a
And
solid
I think I
center.
told you that. He's a solid player,
Yeah.
and it kind of upsets me. He's going to be good. You guys got a lot of figuring out to do, so
Yeah.
not a bad guy to have on the team while you're doing that.
Oh, no. I don't mind I mean, obviously I don't mind a 2-year deal. I just don't know if $4 million was the right call. But it's not a bad deal. There's definitely worse that the Rangers have taken on. Like giving Tanner Glass like $5 million for 2 years, something like that. Kevin Hayes got a 1-year deal, which I was very, very skeptical of this, and I didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
I didn't like it. And I made sure I told David Quinn that too. No, he got a 1-year deal for $5.175 million. I expected them to ink him for like a 4 or 5-year deal, in all honesty, and probably about the same, per year. It's like a trial year. It's like hopefully you can produce the same way, if not better, than you did last year, or we're going to use you as trade deadline bait in hopes of making this rebuild so much better. It sucks because I really like him. He's a great, two-way center, power play, penalty
Puts
kill.
up some points.
Yeah, he's a big kid that knows how to use his body, and when he gets rolling, it's hard to slow him down. Hopefully they keep him around because he's definitely the better of the two Hayeses, and I would hate to see him go to some other team and then it really pays off.
Philadelphia.
No. Speaking of Philadelphia, he's no longer there, Matt Reed.
Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I like Matt Reed at the end of the year. We brought him up, fourth line guy, penalty kill guy. He played really well.
He's got experience.
That's his job. And
I can't believe he's 32 years old
If
already.
that is his role, he's going to do well in Minnesota. If he can actually crack the roster. NHL roster, I should say. Yeah, he's a solid guy for that. And I actually, he's not the goal scorer he was when he first came, but he did his role well of killing penalties, and dude's good at it. Simple as that. I mean, shit, if the Flyers offered him like a super cheap deal like he's getting now, I wouldn't have minded it. Just bringing him in, competing for a fourth line spot. Then again, we got so much young talent. That's why I see him leaving. Also, it helps with our cap situation considering we need to re-sign Wayne Simmons. But, yeah.
Or use Simmons for, trade bait.
Or no.
You could totally get a lot for him.
Or no.
I'm just saying.
Or no.
Just saying.
I'm a big supporter of the Wayne trade, and as much as it would kill me to see him traded, depending on what you get in return, I'd like it. But
that's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. When Wayne Simmons is on your third line, you're doing something right now. So if he's going to be on your third line, possibly with Wheel or whoever.
I liked him and Konechny together. I really did.
Well, when he was protecting him. But right now it's looking like Konechny's going to be on the first line with Giroux and Couturier. Then the second line is going to be Patrick, Voracek, JVR. And then its third line could be anywhere from Lindblom, Simmons, Wheel, possibly Lawton. A couple guys in there. Even Voryabev. I'm butchering his name.
It's foreign.
I can't ever. For some reason, the O's and the R's I never get to sound right. But also Morgan Frost. So you could have possibly Morgan Frost on the third line with Wayne Simmons, and that's a great person to put him with.
He hasn't played up yet, has he?
No, he hasn't even played on the Phantoms yet.
Yeah.
So this is just a good time to have it, and I think signing him's key, whether it only be for 3-4 years, which is what I kind of think is a perfect deal for him, because by then you could really see him decline. Who knows? But I think he played hurt last year, and next year he's coming back booming.
Brady Shea. I love this signing. 6 years, $35.5 million. He's the new Ryan McDonough. He's that guy. He's 24 years old. Solid. I can't say anything bad about him, really. I just want Mark Stahl gone. What did you think about the Tom Wilson signing?
He got overpaid. How else do I say that?
6 years.
Here's the thing. I have always said this. I don't like him, but he does his job well, and that's what he's getting paid for. But he's getting paid a lot of money.
6 years, $31 million.
That is like, dude, that's dude. If I'm Wayne Simmons, I'm looking at that and I'm like, huh?
I'm a $7 million player.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Perfect time to bring that up, dude. That is insane. You're giving that kind of money to a guy who, no offense, you take away the scorers off his lines and shit, he's nothing. He is literally nothing.
I mean, the only thing he still is a freight train. That's just gonna hit everything. That other than that, he's not putting up. What did he put up? 20-something goals. He had like a 20-goal season.
I have no idea, but he's not that good.
Yeah. That really shocked me. I thought he would get like 4. Like a 6-year deal, he'd still get a lot of money in the long term, but not $5 million a year, roughly, depending on bonuses and whatnot. Other than that, anything that I wanted to mention for signings, nothing huge. I mean, it's not important, but it's kind of funny. Brooks Orpik, after getting traded, after getting traded to Colorado, right? Where did he get traded?
Yeah, he got traded to Colorado, and then he signed back.
And then gets cut by Colorado, and then he just re-signed a 1-year deal with Capitals. So maybe that was their plan all along. I don't know. It was for, his cap hits $1 million, but it was $4.5 million. So,
all right. Well, you want to get into our ideas real quick because I got to roll.
Right before that, I wanted to do the third jerseys because they finally did something good and decided to bring them back after screwing everybody over last year. So last year, the only teams that had third jerseys, it was a decent amount of teams, but the Ducks, the Bruins, the Flames, Hurricanes, Avalanche, Columbus, Oilers, LA, Minnesota, Islanders, Rangers, Flyers.
That's 2 years ago, by the way. But these are jerseys from the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Teams with the last 2 years had jerseys.
Yeah. What else? For Flyers, Sharks, Blues, Bolts, Nucks, Caps, Jets. That took too long to say. But now, so far, that have been announced, and I really hope they announce more. But they've been like retro-ish jerseys. A couple of them were right along the draft, right after it mostly, and they're not disappointing at all. So first and foremost, the Mighty Duck is back. They redid the Anaheim Mighty Ducks jersey. The good old D.
It's the same style, design, just different color scheme.
Yeah.
I like it.
I can't remember. And there's a little bit of lighter purple.
Apparently,
right?
they're wearing all their jerseys this year at some point. All their jerseys at some point, apparently, they're wearing at one point in the year. They will wear, the Anaheim, remember where it just had Anaheim Ducks across it and it was purple and gray or purple and silver? They're going to wear that. They're going to wear the orange one. They're going to wear apparently, from what I saw online, it says that for at least one home game a year, they're going to wear each of their jerseys at least once.
I like that. I think they should have, as long as they're following, home is dark, away is light, whatever. Why not have just a ton of different jerseys? I'm probably the only one that thinks that, but I think it would be cool.
This one's my favorite.
Oh, absolutely. The Arizona Coyotes bring back their Kachina throwback.
Almost sounds like my last name.
It does. That's the one where it's all super 90s. It's got the Aztec stripes along the waist and halfway down the arms and the crazy coyote on the chest.
It's just bitchin'.
It's one of the best jerseys ever made.
Yeah.
And apparently, and I learned this only because I was listening to Spit and Chicklets for the first time in 3 months yesterday. Not a lot of people liked this when it came out in the 90s. They hated it. They thought it was ugly and what have you.
It's awesome.
Doesn't look cool. To us, it looks awesome. because it's like that retro-ish.
I mean, when you go down one, I can see like why I'd hate being a Hurricane fan.
Oh, I don't know.
It's literally 2 flags on a stick, dude.
Just go back. If you're going to do that, do the old black
It's
one that
literally
they
like,
had.
hey, we messed up the first time because we didn't really do something creative. So here's just another
I'm
flag.
just going to add a second flag.
And take out the triangle looking
The
thing.
stripes are too low on the arms. Other than that, you fix the logo and you bring the stripes up on the arms. It's a fine jersey.
Like, congrats, whoever made that in NHL 18. You did a fantastic job.
Yeah, really.
Blue
Columbus,
Jackets, we've seen. It's literally the same
yeah,
thing.
I mean, it's the cream shoulders, the light blue with the cannon on the chest. I like the jersey.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
And then,
a nice,
but,
like, blue jerseys are,
we
I
get-
mean, normally really nice. The Penguins jersey
it's
is
just a different color from the usual, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Devils, we've seen it before. It's just newer.
Yeah, the older jersey when they
Christmas.
first came to
I always called them the Christmas
Jersey.
jerseys.
Oh, for sure.
Then you go to the Flyers, who's literally the Stadium Series jersey. People were like, "Oh my God, look at this new jersey on Twitter." I'm like, "It's the same fucking jersey." I hope you're kidding.
Which to me, the Flyers jersey is a little too plain in my opinion.
No, it is a little plain, but I think that's what they were going for. Was just the Penguins went all yellow and black with theirs. We just went all orange and black. We're getting new jerseys for the Stadium Series again, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah, NHL, stop choosing the same fucking teams for Stadium and
Yes,
and
but
Winter
that was
Classic.
the rumor when they originally picked
know.
them for that, was that it was going to be one home and home. So,
I know, but it's...
hey, people want to see Flyers Penguins.
I
Still
know,
one of
but
the biggest ones.
like the Rangers got like 5 in 2 years.
But
Come on. I'm all for the Rangers
the
getting
Blues,
special treatment.
Blues one,
whatever.
you know, we've seen this before as
Yeah.
well. I like it.
I love it. I
like
love
it.
the whole
It's a
yellow.
very nice throwback homage kind of look to it.
And then the Canucks. They brought back the black with the yellow, red, and like white-ish.
I like it.
Circle logo.
The skate. It's a skate.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Fuck.
You never knew that?
I didn't even know Carolina was a flag. I didn't. I never looked close enough at it.
You just think it was
I just thought it was a square on a stick
oh, okay.
or something. I don't know. I just didn't understand it.
Well, they're
You
nice
know.
jerseys, but yeah, I like it.
And there's rumors for a few other teams: Calgary, Avs, Oilers, Kings, Islanders, Pens, Sharks, Lightning, Maple Leafs, Caps, and Jets. But this brought me to my question, and we'll wrap this up real quick, and then we'll go into what we're thinking of doing soon, and then we'll wrap it up. If you could choose one team to get a third jersey that they've had in the past, or, through like fan design or something like that, who would you pick?
I want the Winnipeg Jets, and it's going to sound dumb, and people might annoy me, but I want the Winnipeg Jets to rock Atlanta Thrasher jerseys one game.
That would actually be fun. The blue ones?
I don't know, but I was kind of a fan of the dark blue with the maroon shoulders, like the original home jerseys, maybe. They had the maroon shoulders and the dark blue basis of it. I was a big fan of those. I don't know. I just like those jerseys, and I thought they were kind of nice. Really didn't like the Thrashers that much or anything like that. There's the one on the right.
Oh, far right?
No, right here
Oh, okay.
with the weird looking thing on it.
Yeah.
I fucks with those.
Yeah, I like this one too. The lighter blue. Well, I also like the lighter blue jerseys in general.
Even the white ones are sweet for
Yeah.
that.
Those were sweet. And for me, I think as an honorable mention, only because I don't want to just keep rambling on the Rangers, I would like for the Lady Liberty to come back. That was one of my favorites. But I would like Tampa Bay to get their old, like 04,
Oh, that would be pretty nice.
when they won the cup.
Yeah, that would be
Those
sweet.
were sweet.
The black
or
ones?
even
The black,
yeah.
The black ones, those were nice.
or even Capitals to go back to the
To go.
yeah
To
the
go.
Capitol building ones when Ovechkin was a rookie and just dropping 90,000 goals a year.
But
And the Islanders will never have a good third jersey ever.
I don't know about that.
They've never
The
had a good
Fisherman. I don't care what anybody says. The
one. I
Fisherman.
don't like it. I thought it was a
would
bug.
I would like the Fisherman jersey if I could ever get a vintage one cheap. But a couple things we're touching on for the future is fucking bring it, boys. That's all I got to say right now. Is because Bobby is going to be searching for some people to compete against me because he's too scared to do it himself. But we got some theme music for the game. We still haven't decided on a name yet, but pretty much we're going to line up some people to call in. How often are we going to do this? We have maybe every few episodes.
Yeah, it won't be like a
basically, it's a
every
1 minute
thing.
trivia. You know, he asks you as many.
We did it last episode and it failed miserably.
Yeah, it was just an impromptu. Like we did it last minute, but pretty much gonna have somebody call in. Gets 1 minute to answer the questions. Bobby puts him on hold. I come back in the room. He asks me the same questions. Whoever gets them right wins, and if you're the caller, you win a prize. Setting up our website for more postings.
That's I don't know when that's gonna happen.
We're gonna also
Really gonna sit down for that.
hey,
What?
we're getting a T-shirt.
Yeah,
We're getting a T-shirt.
We're gonna make one. I think we're gonna completely redo the logo again.
And stickers. So.
Yeah, with the T-shirt will be stickers. It'll probably be in different colors, dealing with other teams in the league, and have a pocket on the front. Which
And
everybody loves those.
We are also having a Jeopardy game. We're finally doing it. We know it's been a long time coming, but yeah, we're gonna finally do the Jeopardy game. Probably first couple months of the season. When my cousin gets home, he's been dying to do it. Yeah, good times coming. You know, stream us, do all that good fancy stuff. Hit a like if you can do that. I don't know. I just kind of like rated us on Apple. I don't think you can like it. But
I mean, liking it, you just let us know.
Talk
Follow
to
us
friends.
on Twitter.
Tell people about us, all right? If you go to work and you don't mention us at least once, then stop listening. We don't want you.
Don't stop listening.
But
NHL 19's coming out.
we're gonna. Hey! I forgot about that. Is that on this list you gave me? No, it's not.
Well, technically, kind of, yes.
NHL 19's coming out. So when it comes out, I'm going to purchase the game. We are going to set up a streaming.
I mean, you could
somehow,
stream right
mixer,
from
whatever.
your Xbox. Yeah, you can do whatever.
We are
platform you
going to
want.
be playing NHL against you guys. Anybody wants to challenge us? It's going to be me and Bobby couch playing. You will know which one's me, and you will know which one's Bobby. Let's just say that.
I'm the better one.
Yeah, right. But we are going to play you guys. So, again,
Or
fucking bring
even
it.
play with. We'll figure that out.
Yes, you can even play with us
Be
if you want
a
to do
different thing
somehow.
each time. But yeah, video games, trivia games, a T-shirt, which I'm the most excited for, and just get back into the full swing of things. I mean, next
Hockey
month
season's coming.
I can't wait. 'Cause I'm freaking bored, man. Yeah. Other than that, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't done so already. Leave us a rating. The stars are nice if you could, say something that's even nicer. Follow us on Twitter at Podcast Pigeons and on Instagram because we've got one of those too. I think it's Podcast Pigeons as well. And then on Facebook, we also have one. I think it's the Podcast Pigeons. Everything will be down in the little description of this episode if you actually want to go to it. What else? Peace!